Hello everyone, this is Atul Vijay Kumar from Amrita IAS Academy. Welcome back to our Prelims Master Program, where I'll be discussing different ways and techniques to solve MCQs. So today we'll be going ahead with some of the economic questions that was asked in previous UPSC exams. Okay, this is a very smart question. And I want you to make it all of you to get it right without even knowing without even knowing the fundamentals of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Okay, so with reference to Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, consider the following statements. Okay, AIIB has more than 80 member nation, God knows what. Okay, I don't think anybody is going to learn the number of member nation. Anybody who clears this exam is going to know the number of nations in AIIB, because that's not the kind of factual thing we are studying for, right? We look for concepts, we look for conceptual clarity. You can't get it all. When you focus on conceptual clarity, you cover that domain, so you won't be that good with the facts, especially with respect to UPSC. So I guess rarely would people know that what is the number of member nations in AIIB. Okay, let us keep it there. India is the largest shareholder in AIIB. Okay, again, I don't know. AIIB does not have any members from outside Asia. Okay, so that is one statement where you can give a serious thought. So this is a infrastructure investment bank. Okay, so what would be the idea of an infrastructure investment bank? I think we all of us know, or at least we can think about what is the purpose of it, right? So the purpose of an infrastructure investment bank, to me in a commonsensical way, if I think, it would be to increase the flow of funds for investment in the infrastructure sector. For example, maybe just take the case of India. India has maybe $1 trillion, maybe $100 trillion requirement in infrastructure investment, but we don't have money. So we create different infrastructure bonds and things like that to channelize investment into the infrastructure. Okay, so this bank, even if you don't know the details of it, this bank would be trying to do it in an Asian level. Okay, just like Asian Development Bank or ADB try to do the work of World Bank in the Asian context, or what World Bank does in an international scene, ADB does in an Asian context. Similarly, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank would be something that is channelizing funds for infrastructure investment within Asian country. Okay, we agreed on that. I don't know whether it is sure. We are just trying to build from the name of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, right? Then second, okay, when you are investing in infrastructure, and or when we know that Asian continent requires how much of infrastructure investment, and we know that we couldn't manage it from within ourselves, do you think we will create a bank which includes only shareholders from Asian countries? Do you think you will get money for that? Because the reason why there is so little infrastructure investment in Asia is because we don't have enough money. And if you create a bank with only Asian players, where are you going to get the money? So one thing you can think about, maybe okay, it's China doing all this. Okay, maybe that makes for a plausible, or that is very much possible with respect to China's debt book diplomacy, dollar diplomacy and all that. But do you think China alone can push all these things? Even China would want someone else to take the burden, right? For example, if you take in the international scenario, OECD or things like that, US would be putting so much of money into all that. But US also want Britain, Germany, France to support them. It's not that US alone is pushing projects anywhere in the world, right? So even China, okay, we agree China would be seriously involved, China would be seriously invested in this, and actually it is China that pushed this bank forward, if you don't know. But it's very likely that Asia is a very fast growing space. Economies of most of the major economies in Asia are very fast growing, and there is so much potential for infrastructure investment in Asia, and it becomes a natural choice for international players like Germany or Japan or France or Canada to invest in Asia if you have a proper investment bank like of mechanism. So that is something which AIIB would be offering, right? So does not have any members outside Asia, it sounds too much, right? So even if you don't look like, okay, it's an extreme statement and you eliminate, I would say this is a better logic. You think about the question, you think about the idea being asked a bit more rather than going for plain logic without any information in between. think in terms of information, because you know about all these things, right? So option 3 can be eliminated. So again here also that editing error, 1, 2, 3. So this is 3. So option 3 is eliminated. So UPSC has done the job very easy for you. Once you eliminate option 3, what happens? All of these statements get eliminated. You have only one statement. So in that way this question was very easy. So this is one question where a smart approach can give you an answer really quickly, without even you worrying about whether it is right or not. See, again, if you want to cross check, you can see India is the largest shareholder in AIIB. Do you think that is going to be true? No way. We don't have even money to fund our own investment projects. So we are going to invest in Asian Infrastructure Bank more than China? No, never. That's never going to happen. So that also matches. So you can know that your logic has been working, or your logic is right in this context. So the correct answer is A. Okay, so again, so most of the mentors or teachers, or at least I have heard many people saying that all extreme statements, all extremely worded statements are wrong. So I think with so much of that gyan out there in public, even UPSC would have taken cognizance of that. Okay, UPSC would say, okay, these days students are not actually thinking about the question, but they are just looking whether the statement is extremely worded or not. Okay, then let us make some extremely worded statement and let us make it right. Let us make it right. Then that's an easy way to eliminate all those people relying on that stupid logic, right? So I'm not saying that logic is entirely stupid, but it has very limited applicability. So if you want to have a much more fundamental way to eliminate things, I think you have to deal with information, you have to deal with the concepts, you have to deal with the particular term being asked here. Otherwise, I don't think even if you clear prelims, you have a solid case in the mains, right? So try to use logic coupled with the information you have, and use logic within that idea that is being mentioned in the question, and not independent from the question. Okay.